The week continues with the Braves down at Walt Disney World here at ESPN's Wide World of Sports. For the last time, by the way, before they move to Northport, Florida, we are joined by Dansby Swanson here on the Buck and Kincade show. And I know you were watching some hoops last night, so your thoughts on Zion Williamson?
Yeah.
And a shoe exploding. The shoe exploded on him.
I was actually pulling in the driveway. I was at dinner. I was pulling in the driveway, talking to my girlfriend, and she was like, Zion just got hurt. And I'm like, don't ruin my night to start. Don't ruin my night because he can't be hurt. Big game. Obviously go in and I saw that his shoe exploded or whatever, and I was like, well, maybe equipment malfunction, just go get a new shoe on. But obviously, definitely thinking about him and wishing the best for him because it didn't look great.
No, it didn't look great.
But he is so strong and durable that you like to think that maybe it's just a little knee sprain or something like that.
When you look at amateur athletes like that, though, the word was out last week. He has a $90 million deal waiting for him at the end of the year, just an endorsement deal. Mm-hmm. Young baseball players who are top of their field have a little bit more financial security potentially than some of these kids. Do you like the fact that they are forced to go to college or not? I don't. I think they should be able to go make a living.
This is how I look at it. If you're able to play, like who is it to tell you that you can't go play in the NBA right away? Like if you're good enough, you should be able to play. I mean, it's kind of. I understand the football rules because just the physical maturity. The likelihood of someone getting hurt going to the NFL before they're ready is higher. But in any sport, even baseball, I think that if you're ready and you've proven that you can play, there should be no rule to tell you what you can and can't do. Because at the end of the day, you should be able to leverage your abilities and not have someone tell you what you can and can't do.
Okay, how much better off are you, the man, the athlete, and by the way, the older man now, happy birthday, belated. 25, it's a rugged time in your life. How much better off are you, though, because of Vanderbilt?
Oh, I mean, I definitely wouldn't be sitting here right now if I didn't go.
Correct.
Not that I wasn't mature before, but just the fine-tuning of the leadership of the person I am, the baseball abilities. It was the first time in my life where I actually focused on baseball, specifically. From playing basketball,
sure.
I put my effort and all into that as well. So this is the only time where I started to actually focus on trying to be the best baseball player I could. So I'm very grateful I went to school. And I would suggest that to other people, but I know that everyone's got their own path and they do what they feel is best for them.
Dansby, the basketball player, had a game that was sort of like whom? Give me a player that you modeled your game after.
Well, you know who I always wanted to be Reddick.
You always want to be J.J. Redick?
Yeah, I've been a Duke fan since I was a little kid, so
okay.
He was always my guy. I could really shoot, and I could shoot, and I made just the right plays. I'm not gonna sit here and say I was like a superstar player or anything, but I could make shots, and I would make the right plays. So.
Well, your defense last year, we talked about it last spring, and that was one of the things you set as a goal, that your defense was going to be better, and lo and behold, that happened for you. Why?
It's a combination of a couple things. Having Wash around, being able to work with him consistently every day, bounce ideas off of him, that makes you better. The other thing,
did you put more work into it though? I'm trying to figure: is it a matter of more work? Is it a matter of more focus, or great expertise helping you?
There's a lot of things that go into it. I'd say Wash is one. Two would be the better knowledge and preparation on where it is that we should be playing defensively, strategically, and something that always gets just work. Every day worked at it, the focus on it, the making it a priority, the experience and doing it every day, the understanding that, hey, if we stop them from scoring more runs, we have a better chance to win.
Sure.
There's so many different things that go into it. At the end of the day, it takes work. That's how you get anywhere. It takes work.
Sure.
And that's one thing that we definitely are not short on here is working for what we want.
How injured were you? Can you talk about it now? Because at the time, it's as we talk about, when we hear people they're battling an injury or they're trying to play through something, no one really knows what was going on. So take people behind the scenes a little bit.
I was hurt.
From when?
since when we were in Chicago. So
In that cold.
yeah,
That
so
freezing
since,
cold.
So since like April, like what, 4th or 5th.
That's unbelievable. So you kept fighting through it. Would there have been anything
Yeah.
that could have been done differently to try to like maybe shutting it down, doing something at the time,
Well,
or
we
you
tried,
and it just didn't?
and it came back.
But it came back, so
yeah.
it comes back.
Yeah, yeah. Just because I mean, your hands are your everything, right? Like you catch a ball with my left hand, I
Right.
hit, sliding, any and every action.
So you're talking about pain? You're talking about a pain when you're
So basically, the easiest way to describe it. Let me just go ahead and clarify
Sure.
for everybody too. Like, so what kept me out of the playoffs wasn't the issue that I dealt with all year.
okay. It wasn't.
No, that was a torn ligament in my hand. That was the product of this other injury.
You were compensating?
Was based. I mean, if you would have seen the video of what happened,
Right,
with
exactly.
the surgery,
Sure.
like it's gross. It's basically the easiest way to describe it is wedge in a door.
Okay.
If I'd get into a certain position, I couldn't move my hand.
Not good.
Like, couldn't, like, very hard to put on a backpack every day, very hard to put on a shirt. Yeah, it was tough.
That's
But,
tough. But now you feel fine.
Yes.
So you feel good. You took the downtime.
I feel old because I'm 25.
Well,
but I
you
feel
should
fresh
feel old.
'cause
You
of
should
the
feel old because of that. You're looking old too. I was going to say. You
But
talk-
like, is that like a good old? Like, wow,
no, it's a
you
good
look
old. Like, look,
like,
is
look
it like
old.
me? Like, look, this is
No,
good
no,
old.
no, no.
This is good old.
What is this?
This is like with the salt and pepper
What is
thing
this?
going. You're young. You're in that age where you're just approaching old. You're not. But you got so many years left before you're old. You got to.